Video games have been with us for over 30 years now, and now more than ever they play a huge role in many lives. In extreme cases, some people suffer from gaming addiction, with others even struggling to function in the real world. Many addictions come with the possibility of death. It would seem gaming addiction is no different. Here are 8 reported cases of death by gaming. On the 19th of October 2002, 27-year-old Lian Wencheng was found foaming from the mouth and bleeding from the nose in a toilet cubicle at an internet cafe in central Taiwan. He was rushed to hospital but died on the way. It was later discovered that he had been playing video games for 32 hours straight, with no sleep and little to eat or drink. A computer game addicted couple from South Korea let their 3-month-old daughter starve to death in September of 2009 while they raised a virtual child online. The unemployed pair fed their real child powdered milk once a day and would then spend 12 hours a day at an internet cafe nurturing Anima, a virtual child in a game called Prius Online. The 45-year-old man and 25-year-old woman who had met in an online chat room were sentenced to 2 years in jail in May of 2010. But the woman's jail term was suspended when it was discovered she was pregnant with a second child. In March of 2007, it was reported that an obese 26-year-old man from China had collapsed and died after spending all of his week-long Christmas and New Year holiday playing games on his home computer. A man from South Korea who had been playing the battle simulation game StarCraft for 50 straight hours with little or no breaks collapsed and died at an internet cafe in the city of Daegu. The 28-year-old, only identified as Lee, had recently been fired from his job for constantly being late because of his StarCraft addiction. A police officer at the scene was reported to have said the cause of death was probably heart failure. A 17-year-old boy from Russia, known only as Rustam, died after playing the computer game Defense of the Ancients at his home for 3 weeks. The teenager was off school due to a broken leg and took to his bedroom, where he was said to spend an average of 7 hours a day playing the game over a 22-day period. Deep vein thrombosis was the reported cause of death. An 18-year-old Taiwanese gamer known only as Chang died in July of 2012 after playing Diablo 3 for a straight 40 hours. Chang was found asleep in an internet cafe terminal by an employee. It said he rose to his feet, took a few steps forward and then collapsed. No official cause of death was given at the time. Now, it's not only modern gaming that has been linked to the untimely death of players. Berserk is one of the first video games to have coincided with the death of gamers. In January of 1981, 19-year-old Jeff Daly made the Berserk top 10 list after posting a high score of 16,660 points. He suddenly died of a heart attack a few seconds after the game was over. Little over a year later, in October of 1982, 18-year-old Peter Burkowski made the Berserk top 10 list twice in less than 15 minutes. He collapsed just a few seconds after the game was over, before dying of a heart attack. It's not known exactly how long Daly and Bukowski were playing for, or even if the act of playing the game for a long length of time had anything to do with their deaths. Video Games magazine printed an article in 1982 which quoted Bukowski's coroner as saying that he had scars on his heart that were at least 2 weeks old, and the excitement of playing the game and gaining a high score simply led to a heart attack. Some 20 years later, Retro Gamer magazine printed an interview with Berserk creator Alan McNeil. He mentioned that someone had died playing the game, saying that the person in question was overweight and of ill health anyway. It's not clear whether he was referring to Daly or Bukowski, but it's likely he was referring to one of the two. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. The majority of these deaths occurred in East and Northeast Asia. This wasn't my intention, but it seems that the majority of these cases do occur in this region. When you consider that these countries have gamers who are well paid and respected in the same way that some athletes are, it's no surprise. Also, World of Warcraft, arguably the most popular online game of all time, has always had a huge following. This following peaked in 2010 when it was reported to have 12 million subscribers, with 6 million of them being from East Asia. 40 Times magazine reported that in 2012, 15 million South Koreans, that's a third of the population, were registered for online gaming. With these kind of statistics, it can only be expected that most reported game-related deaths occur in this region of the world. That's it from me once again. Please follow and subscribe if you like what I do, and I'll see you next time.